Hi Scorpio, welcome to June 2021 Love and General reading. I am Gemstone Tarot and you are Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers. If you're here, you should be here. There'll be a message for you. Okay, Scorpio, what do we need to know? If this reading resonates, Scorpio, there will be an extended reading where we dig into the other side of the story. Whatever comes up in these cards, basically, we do a big clarifying reading, pull some more cards, use some more decks, use some love oracle cards. Okay, so if this resonates, the link will be in the description box. Whoa, these cards are lively. Scorpio, what is hidden? These cards are jumpy, but they're not kind of revealing themselves. First one out is the Hanged Man. Oh, nice. Wow, this is powerful. It's giving me a really itchy nose, so excuse me. Gosh. Oh. Whoa. That card came up so much. Okay. The Fool at the bottom of the deck, which came up in the shuffle every single time. But I kind of put it back because I'm like, you know, if you really want to shout about it, come out again. So it did. Okay. Something in love and relationships, because the two don't always go together, do they? Is somehow blocked, suspended. We've got an overall energy card of the Four of Pentacles. And if you look at the body language on the Four of Pentacles, I always think of it as the, I mean, there's no such thing as these now, but shoplifters who used to steal from record shops. You know, when they used to, like they did in Notting Hill, where they stuff a book or a record down their trousers. You know, they got one in the coat, one down the trousers, one down the back. You're sort of walking around. I'm going to hold everything in. It's that kind of feeling. I'm going to play my cards close to my chest. Now, I don't know if this is you or someone else that you're dealing with. It feels kind of, do you remember when we were doing the cards at the beginning and I said they feel a bit like they're jumping with energy, but they don't want to reveal themselves. It's like, okay then, you know, you can sort of feel that from a tarot deck. It's a bit, when you're doing tarot, like having a conversation with a person. And you know how sometimes you have conversations with people who clearly don't want to give up the information that you want from them. Now, it's no coincidence I'm getting that feeling for you. There's something about that for you. It will be probably already happening. There's some sense of frustration, of suspension. First card that popped out here is the Hanged Man. Now, it's important with the Hanged Man, and I've come to learn this for myself over the last kind of, 10 years or so. The Hanged Man is a very necessary and positive card. It is frustrating. It appears at times it appears in those times in your life when you really want to know something, or you really want to move something forward, or you want something to happen. It's like, why isn't this happening? Why are you not talking to me, is what I'm getting for some of you. Or why don't I understand? Or why don't you understand, actually? It's important when you get the Hanged Man to know that whatever the hold-up is actually very important. It's that whole cliche, and you'll know if you watch my daily channel that I am not a fan of like tea towel philosophy, but that whole everything happens for a reason. When people say that to you, it's always when something bad has happened and you're just like, I'll give you a reason to shut right up. But at the risk of making you want to do that to me, there's a good reason that this isn't getting off the ground. There's a good reason that you don't know what you need to know yet. Okay? Okay, there's a good reason for it, and I never normally say that. So I'm sorry, I am a walking cliche for you today, but the other thing about when I'm reading tarot is I just don't glitter it, you know. If it comes out like this, it comes out like this. So there is a reason why this is not kind of progressing as it should quite, even though there are some fine cards on the table for you. There are some fine love cards here. Okay. Overall energy as well, I've got the Lovers. Now this is a Gemini card, but it's also a very Scorpionic card. Scorpio in astrology rules sex organs, okay? But, you know, and a lot of astrology books concentrate too much on that aspect of it, because I know a lot of Scorpios, like close people, and Scorpios are not constantly talking about sex. It doesn't work like that. Scorpios rule sex and death, and not so much rebirth, that's more Pisces. But nevertheless, it's like the big ticket items are Scorpio items. The rites of passage of life, sex and death, and sort of taxes, and the kind of really nitty gritty, nobody else wants to go there. Scorpio will go there. You will go there. That's what you do. It's what you're built for. It's why you make really good psychiatrists. It's why you can deal in some of the things that other star signs can't really cope with. And it's why you're emotionally deep and real about things, and you can't not be, okay? And, you know, sex is part of that. It's a real thing. It's how we all got here. It's really important. There's a level of chemistry here with the Lovers card. I find it a very Scorpionic level of chemistry. So it's a deep level of chemistry. But the Lovers is always about a choice. There's always some kind of element of finding a way, sacrificing something, maybe rejecting something on behalf of someone else. Often with the Lovers, not in this Morgan Greer tarot, although I absolutely love this Lovers card. I think it's so beautiful. But in many, you will find the Lovers is three people. You know, someone trying to choose between two people or two lifestyles, two things. There's an element of choice here. Now, when you've got the Hanged Man as well, it may be that someone is refusing to choose. Someone is unable to jump one side of the fence. Someone isn't claiming their truth. And I feel like that's probably not you. So it's going to be the other person, which makes total sense, Gemma. It's not you, so it's them. It is. Underneath the Hanged Man, I've got this Three of Swords energy. Three of Swords is a card of triangulation. It's a card of sometimes third party. Don't particularly get that vibe here, but sometimes it is a third party. Sometimes it's just that there is a third element. Often when you get the Lovers card, I find this. So when you think of a choice, you think, I could go this way or that way. With the Lovers card and the Hanged Man card, I find you're making a third way. That's why you can't decide yet. That's why it can't move yet. Because the universe and you and how things are is creating a third path, a third option. Okay. Three of Swords has something to do with the past. It's like three swords which have been there a while, and they're piercing the heart of something. Something is not as healthy as it could be. It's not thriving like it should be. And that third sword is a third person, a third thing, a third wheel. It can be a job. It can be whatever it is. Now, you here, Scorpio, could be dealing with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There are no fire cards on the table, but you could also be dealing with a fire sign. And just because, it's just a hunch, I'm sorry, but it's there. King of Cups. I feel like I feel like that's you, and the King of Cups has reached a certain level of emotional knowledge and maturity. What's missing here is who the other side of this is, who the other person is and where they're at. There is a great deal of potential in this connection, okay? We've got the Wheel of Fortune, a destiny card, a very cheery destiny card, and just, it's lucky, you know, it's nice. It's that feeling I can make this happen. This is destined, you know. There is some sense of destiny about this. But there is also the need to resolve that Three of Swords, whatever that may be for you. And at the bottom of your reading, sort of going with the sword all the way up the reading, is the Justice card. Something is about to be reset. I would say, because the words are in my mouth, in your favour, whatever that means to you. And for a few of you, this might be actual legal proceedings. Something is about to be pronounced in your favour. Now, remember, Mercury is retrograde, okay? And whether you're into the whole cliche of that, and Mercury retrograde is a huge cliche, but do you know what? It's a cliche because it's true. I have tried to reject Mercury retrograde for years. It gets me every time. Something makes it so obvious. Mercury retrograde, when destiny is trying to push forward and justice is trying to rule in your favour, means things go well for you, but they don't go in a straight line, okay? It's not going to be linear. There's going to be bumps in the road, ups and downs, messes and spills, okay? Emotional messes and emotional spills. But once again, you're very equipped to deal with it, Scorpio, more so than virtually any other sign of the zodiac. Excuse me. In the middle of your reading, the Nine of Cups, the emotional wish card. The universe is giving you some time as well to, and it doesn't feel like this for you. I think you're waiting for someone else's decision on something. But the universe wants to remind you that you also get to decide, okay? You also get to decide about this. In the extended reading, I am going to look at what or who you are dealing with, who is missing from this reading, okay? How they feel about you and what is going on in that Three of Swords. Now at the top here, and this is delish, we get the Ten of Cups, Mars in Pisces, the potential for a great future, for a happy ever after, and the reason why you're so concerned, and the reason why I think you're sticking around with this, because I'm getting the idea here, Scorpio, that this isn't the easiest. You know, whatever's going on here is not the easiest for you. It just feels... It feels a bit like hard work, but I think your hard work will pay off. Next to Justice, the Knight of Pentacles, and he's the slog card. It's the hang on in there, you're playing the long game, you're keeping it steady, you're doing the business. Keep on trucking, okay? Keep on trucking, Scorpio. And then over here, we have got the Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius, emotional detachment. Somebody may be practicing emotional detachment with you. And maybe you don't really appreciate that, you know, especially if you are emotionally attached to the situation. There may be a good reason for it, though. There may be a good reason. Oh my God, Scorpio. So, this deck, what's it called? Wisdom of the Oracle. Collect, Baron, Read, only has two love cards. And they are so gorgeous. And this is honestly one of my favourite cards out of all tarot and oracle. I've dreamed about this card. You get Loyal Heart. Scorpio. Okay, I don't normally say this. I'm normally quite, not skeptical, but I'm careful not to, you know, like I said, not to glitter the turd, basically. This is not a turd, okay? And there is a lot of glitter. This is a beautiful card. This is a decent connection here. There may be outside interference. I will have a look in the extended reading with this Three of Swords, but it's not from your person. You know, it doesn't look, there's not any kind of nasty, sneaky energy with this. There are difficulties, there are bumps in the road here. But you've got the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Loyal Heart. That Fool card as well, a beautiful energy of turning over. This is a big cycle change for you in a connection. It's not going to happen quickly. It's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to with that Hanged Man energy. We have Mercury retrograde. We've got a lunar eclipse in May. We've got a solar eclipse in June. Mercury doesn't go direct until about the end of June. Please hang in there, Scorpio, okay? Because this is amazing. This is really, it's not very often I get readings like this, and you'll know that if you watch me regularly. And do subscribe to the channel, by the way, if you haven't already and this is resonating with you. Hit the subscribe. You will know that I just don't sugar it up very often, and occasionally you get a reading and you just get a really nice feeling about it. I have a really good feeling about this. I'm going to go do your extended reading. The link is in the description box below the video. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.